Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today we're going to be talking about who should be the Houston Astros opening day leadoff hitter for the 2023 opening day on Thursday against the Chicago White Sox. I can't believe I'm saying it, but we are a day away from the Houston Astros opening day. I'm so excited, guys. It's feeling so close because the roster was just announced today. Dusty has he had some really hard decisions to make with this roster. More decisions to come for Dusty. He has to decide who's going to be the leadoff hitter for opening day. He has to decide what's the full order of the first probably 5 guys in the lineup. Then he has to also decide who's the starting opening day second baseman, which I ultimately think will be DeBon, and I'll talk about that in a separate video. But Dusty has a lot of decisions on his shoulder, and one of the biggest ones is the leadoff hitter. Now, one of the games in spring training, Dusty tried out Jordan at leadoff, and I love Jordan. He's one of my favorite players, but Jordan, him being the leadoff, he's not supposed to be a leadoff. Jordan is a power hitter. He is, whenever you want guys to be on base when Jordan is up, and if Jordan's batting at 1 and at leadoff, look at some of the guys that are behind him, Maldi and McCormick or Udubon. Jordan wouldn't have runners in scoring position a lot at the leadoff position, so you have to rule Jordan off at the leadoff position. If you put him at the 4 or 5, which I think will be the 4, there are guys before him like Pena, Tucker possibly, and Bregman who can easily get on base and could perhaps drive in a run for Jordan. So Jordan, he's just not supposed to be a leadoff hitter for the Astros with how their lineup is built. So in that case, no, he's not a leadoff hitter for the Houston Astros. Now, it comes down to Kyle Tucker and Jeremy Pena. I think that's what it has to be for Dusty Baker, and I lean towards Jeremy Pena. Tucker, another guy who's great when runners in scoring position. It's hard to put Tucker at 2. And that's what I was thinking at first. Like, why don't you put Pena at 1, Bregman at 2, and then 3 Tucker, 4 Jordan, 5 Abreu. It's really hard to decide. It's really hard to decide who's going to go where when you have 3 players like Kyle Tucker, Jordan Alvarez, and Jose Abreu, who are fantastic with runners in scoring position and runners on base. And especially when you got Jose Altuve and Michael Brantley out as well. These guys will be able to slide down in the lineup when those guys return to action. So in that case, I go with Jeremy Pena. I think he's the best fit for the Astros leadoff position to start the season. I would potentially look at an option of going Pena 1, Bregman 2, Tucker 3, Jordan 4, Abreu 5, and that first 5 in the lineup for the Astros for the first couple, which will be for the first possibly 10 days, because I don't think Brantley will. Dusty or anybody hasn't said anything, but I don't think Brantley will be back for at least the first 10 days. So I would look at that option. Right now, I think it's going to be Pena, Tucker. Bregman, Alvarez, Abreu. But I would try out Pena, Bregman, Tucker, Alvarez, and Abreu. I think Tucker, I'd rather want him on. I like Tucker at the leadoff, and I think Dusty's going to maybe try out both Tucker and Pena at the leadoff position. Maybe you try Tucker, Pena, Bregman, Alvarez, Abreu, possibly. Or you flip-flop Alvarez and Abreu. Do you want more runners on for Jordan or more runners? You probably want more runners on for Alvarez. I don't know. It's going to be really hard for Dusty to decide where everybody is in the lineup, especially with 2 guys off of the lineup. Because he had different plans to start the season. I don't know if Dusty thought Brantley would be ready by now, but when spring training started. But I definitely know he thought when spring training started he'd have Altuve in that opening day lineup. Things happen like this, and you got to adjust. But I think for right now, Jeremy Pena should be the opening day Houston Astros starter at the leadoff. So, you guys have your thoughts. You guys let me know who you want to be the Houston Astros leadoff hitter on opening day against the White Sox. Let me know. Jeremy Pena, Kyle Tucker. I mean, those are the two candidates right now. I mean, you can even throw somebody else in if you want. I mean, I saw some reporter ask Dusty if he thought there was any chance Alex Bregman could be the leadoff hitter, and Dusty said we're not gonna rule out anybody with a lineup like this. You can't rule anybody off of the leadoff position. So I mean anybody could really be the leadoff hitter for the Astros once you think about it. I mean, the only guy on this Astros opening day lineup, if you go through 1 through 9, the only guy who really wouldn't be a leadoff is Martin Maldonado. Everybody else could really be a leadoff. Tucker could play leadoff. So could Pena. Jordan couldn't because you got. I mean, it's just better for players for him to be in the middle of the lineup. But Tucker and Pena, they could do it. Bregman can do it. McCormick can do it. He's done it before. So is Myers. Myers has started at leadoff before. So is Dubon for the Astros. So I mean, I think it's anybody's fair game at this point. But I think what it will come down to for Dusty Baker is Jeremy Pena and Kyle Tucker. Who does he think will be a better opening day leadoff hitter for the Houston Astros? And I ultimately think it will be Jeremy Pena, but it's going to be really interesting to see. We'll see when that lineup card comes out. Whose name is number 1, Jeremy Pena or Kyle Tucker, or God forbid, someone else. You guys have your thoughts on this situation for the Astros with the leadoff hitter? Give me your thoughts. Let me know who you want to be the opening day leadoff hitter for the Houston Astros, and peace out. Go Astros.